Psych, guys, I'm not fat. I was just messing around. I might be fat one day, though, so prepare yourselves for that. And apparently, we're building a fucking skyscraper out of my window. If you can hear this construction, of course, now it stops. Well, it's not really construction. There's just so much snow outside that we have to use construction equipment to move the snow out of the parking lot here in our city. So that's what's going on, but that'll be my background noise during the vlog. And what this vlog is going to be about is sleep and motivation, because I feel like they're really tied in together in my life. I guess it's going to be more serious, but I don't know. I guess it's whatever. So I don't feel like this is a serious problem. I feel like cancer is a serious problem, and I feel like getting raped is a serious problem. And I feel like if I say this a certain way, or if I try to explain this problem a certain way, it makes me look like a fucking douche. Because in the grand scheme of everything in life, I have very little problems. But talking to my cell phone camera and working out these issues or just joking around with random people on the internet is how I deal with these issues. So I'm just going to let this process run its course. And essentially, what my problem is I don't really know what to do a lot of times, like creatively on YouTube. And I've said before that I probably overthink it, but it's not probably. See, I don't even know if I overthink it, but I do know, but I just said probably just because, no, I definitely overthink it. But I just creatively, I allow myself to get in these ruts of hating the kind of like content I put out or whatever. And I'm just really good at quitting. Like I don't I'm not gonna quit YouTube. This isn't like me saying I'm quitting YouTube. This is just me saying it's hard to get motivated for me sometimes, as you can see by my upload pattern, which I'm trying to improve, and I have a lot of videos that I've been editing all night. And that ties into the sleeping thing, which I don't want to get too, I'll jump all over the place, but um, it's just hard to stay motivated sometimes. And that's really, it's really messed up. Like it kind of takes me into this crazy thought process, right? This is as close, if this isn't my dream job, I'm really close. Like I'm closer than 99% of people will ever get to their dream job, I feel like. And I don't know, I think that's kind of a myth, by the way. I think your interests change over time, so the idea that one job could be your interest for your entire life, I think is so stupid. But I mean, at this point in my life, this is basically my dream job. And sometimes I can't even stay motivated. And not just sometimes, oftentimes I cannot stay motivated to do this, my dream job. I mean, I don't have a boss. I'm my boss, and I'm a lazy person, so I maybe that just plays into it. Maybe I am just a shitty boss. It's real. Like I've had a lot of great bosses in terms of the jobs I've had. Some were more strict than others, and that's helped me. Um, I'm the most laid back boss I've ever had because I've never had a boss jerk me off before until I was my boss. I've never had a boss say, "Damn, you look stressed out. Why don't you open up Incognito tab? Watch a few adult videos. Take the edge off, you know?" So, I'm a great boss to myself, but probably not other people. Anyways, I don't understand it mentally. It kills me why I lose motivation to do something that I love so much. And that is a very scary thought because I don't know if this is just like the time we live in where there's so many distractions, there's so many other things I could do. Maybe I need to be in an office. Maybe I need to have a schedule. I choose to do nothing. Maybe that's a personal problem I have. I could choose to do a lot of things. I could choose to go to the gym, which I want to do more. I could choose to sleep on a normal schedule. And let's just jump right into that right now. I've never had a normal sleep schedule because I've talked about this as a child. I had a problem with nightmares and night terrors or whatever. And I mean, I've talked to professionals for help with just like issues relating to that or mental health issues or stuff like that, which I feel like everybody has mental health issues. So I don't think that's a big deal to single yourself out and say I have mental health issues. Everybody has mental health issues. It's just what ones do you have and how do they affect your life? And for me, it's been a sleeping pattern thing throughout my life, and I've never really slept a lot. And especially just doing this YouTube, I'll go like sometimes 30 hours without sleeping or 40 hours without sleeping. And I don't do drugs. I don't like the idea of drugs even really. And but I don't know. I'll be up doing things, working, thinking, listening. I listen to a lot of or reading. I read a lot. I listen to a lot of radio stuff. I don't know. I just like consuming information, I guess, and working, editing sometimes. But the sleeping pattern is fucked up, and I don't know. Like I kind of went into this, knowing that my sleep and my motivation is tied together. I feel like I should on a good sleep schedule, and that'll help me to be motivated. I don't even know if there's a question to this, or I don't even know if there's an answer to this. I guess if I don't have a question, there can't really be an answer. But oh, here's a question. What motivates you? Like, really, what motivates you? If you're a high school student right now, then probably the number one motivating thing for you to go to high school is it is illegal for you to not go to high school. And your parents will fucking kill you if you don't go to high school. But what if, let's say you didn't have parents, not that they weren't dead or something. I mean, not that they were dead. Or maybe you got to choose. What if there was a law that you got to choose if you went to high school? And the repercussions, they weren't really apparent or they didn't matter as much because the repercussion right now of me going to college, I'm not going to college right now. So there's repercussions to that. But I could always go back. And in my mind, I've helped myself by not going to college because I've paid off thousands of dollars of student loan debt by being lucky enough to have this job where I make a decent amount of money, right? So what if you got to choose? I assume most of my honest is in high school or in college. What if you got to choose to not go to high school and in the short term it didn't really hurt you or somewhat in the long term because you could just always go back, right? How motivated would you be to do it? You know? Maybe, I guess just, I think if there's just some level of success in anything could cause you to coast. Maybe I'm making it too complicated. Maybe when you just hit some level of success, and I don't call this what I do success. I hate the idea of the internet fame stuff, any of that. I promise you I'm not that person, and I know anyone who's stuck with my content for long enough knows I'm not into that whole idea. But I think once you achieve some level of success, you're able to coast, whether that be good or bad. And I'm definitely dealing with that mentally. And I want to know deep down what motivates you guys, not my parents, not, the law. I mean, if you didn't have to go to school, if you didn't have to do a shitty job, what would you do? What motivates you? What are your dreams? I'm trying now. It's getting all deep and stuff, but I guess that's what happens when I don't sleep for. I'm on one of my like 24-hour not sleep things. I'm trying to edit and get work done. And like I said, when I sleep, it's not always a great experience anyway. So just like I just wake up like in the middle of the night and just I don't know. I kind of like dreams now. I had a problem with dreams. I still remember some of like the nightmares I had, and it's like really fucked up stuff too. Like one of my worst nightmares. I'll just end the video on this. It's already a long ass vlog, but one of my worst nightmares ever was I was an ostrich. And if you don't know what that animal is, Google it. But sometimes they put their heads in the sand, and my head was in the sand, and I was suffocating as an ostrich, and I couldn't get it up. Ostrich. I don't even fucking know how to say it. And I couldn't get my head out of the sand. I was like suffocating and dying, and I could like feel it collapsing on my face. And there were other ostriches around me, and I could hear them laughing at me in ostrich laugh. This happened literally probably fucking when I was like 7 years old, and I'm 23 now. I still remember the whole dream. You know, you're not even supposed to remember dreams like the next day. I remember some of my dreams from when I was really young. But yeah, and sometimes I still have like dreams similar to that. So I don't know, maybe if there's some dream experts, they could tell me what that means in the comments. The whole like collapsing, like, suffocating thing. I don't know. But I think I'm going to try to get some sleep. I appreciate you watching me work through these weird thoughts that I have, and hopefully you don't think I'm a douchebag for saying that my life's so good that it's bad, that I just can't get motivated or something. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching this vlog. Have a great day.